Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your topic, sir? You ready to go, Jen?
Yes.
You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you
Linda,
thinking.
go.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind?
Share what you thinking, what you thinking.
What's on your mind? Hey,
You know you love me. What's up, gatekeepers? Give me 1 second. I did something I gotta fix right fast. I was trying to put something on TikTok and I realized that I did something wrong. So give me 1 second. Let me fix it. Was trying to post something and I wrote across the scan code and I can't do that. Then you can't scan it, baby. You can't scan it, little baby. Okay, let's try this again. Capital letters Live. Right. Now, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing good? Y'all all right? Me, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. You know, I just love it when y'all ask me how I'm doing too, so that I'm not the only one live right now. Okay, let's add that to the story. All right, you guys, that's it on that. Let me get over here and get back to this. Hold on, I have to come back in. All right, you guys, welcome back, gatekeepers. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day to you. Welcome back to the So What You Think channel, where we come together every single day to unlock, unpack, dissect, investigate, occasionally give side out of everything happening behind these gates. You know how we love it. Now, listen, today's episode still had grief, mess, emotional damage, fake tears, possible lawsuits, relationship drama, undercover stickers. Ashley, girl. Did you throw Jacob under the bus indirectly today? Because, girl, I'm going to tell you what I didn't see you doing. I did not see you talking about nothing that Grayson had did. And then, see, I told y'all, this is why you can't tell people your tea, because she over here, yeah, Jacob was undercover. You don't know. Y'all just telling too many people. No. Candy Lady House. I'm just keep telling you, you got the Candy Lady House syndrome. Child, I wouldn't. Don't be trying to help me with nothing when you undercover, because when you come from undercover, everybody know. And that ain't how it's supposed to go. Now, um, I wanted to go back to where I was trying to find where I stopped reading. Okay, so today had undercover stress, cake baking confusion, and Leslie Thomas giving what may have been the greatest dramatic performance in daytime history. And I said what I said about that right there. Now, before we get started, y'all already know what we do. Please hit the like button, because liking the video absolutely helps the channel. And if you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and become a member. You know you love me, so go on and subscribe. Let's go and go together for real. Let's make it official. If you like it, then you better put a ring on it. Nanny, manny, mama, and a ring on it. Okay, come on, do that for me, okay? So subscribe to the channel. If you're not a member yet, consider becoming a member. It's a monthly way to support the channel. We do some things in the membership that sometimes we don't let the other people know. We can't be letting everybody. We be whispering it. We be whispering. And then, they get to know things first. Because just because they're in the membership's got to have its privileges. I know y'all wait on me to do something, but please, y'all forgive me. I haven't done anything in a while, but I've been had a lot happening. I promise y'all. But y'all know I still be over trying to give y'all all this goodness every day. I do. And if you're in the replay gang, thank you for watching. And you got to handle that hype button, baby. Where's the hype button? Right where the comment section is. I'm gonna make a video. Right where the comment section is, you see those dots over there to the right. You gotta swipe over, and then it's gonna say hype the video, and then that's when you get to hype it. But that don't show up. That shows up for the replay game because y'all special. If you haven't commented yet, please consider doing so. And if you ain't told nobody about this channel, go on and tell your people, the co-workers, the people you don't like. We don't care if you don't like them. Tell them to come over here and join us over here and gossip. If they enjoy a little gossip about fictional characters, as if they real and we know they're not, but we gonna argue like they are, then tell them come on. And we got a lot to discuss today. So grab your snacks, grab your coffee, your tea, grab your emotional support cinnamon roll. Unlike Mona today, who apparently can't have no more cinnamon rolls. And let's go ahead and get into the mess. Let me see who over here typing in these comments. Y'all make sure y'all say hey to the moderators and the rest of the mod squad. Hello to y'all. Hello, hello. All right, let me pull out my romper room mirror. Who is down here typing in these comments?
Who's that typing in the comments?
Well, so far, who's typing in the comments? First of all, is Miss Lil. She says, good afternoon, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and to the mods. And good afternoon to you too as well. Linda Bynes Barnett, my cousin, says, hello, cuz. Tony Lynn, and to the mods. And she also reminded y'all to hit that like button, please. Don't forget to smash the like button on the way in. Okay. Myrtle Tisder is also in the house, and she says, hey, Miss Jen, gatekeeper, and to the mods. Hey, Myrtle girl. And let's see. Elaine says, hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Elaine, how you doing, girl? And she says hello to me, cousin Linda, KB, Officer Belinda, and to Mr. Raven Maniac. Scarlet Speedster's in the house and says, good evening, Miss Jen, Mod Squad, and to the gatekeepers. Hello to you, too. KB Mommy's in the house, and she says, greetings, Miss Jen. Hey, Miss KB. And let's see. She says, welcome in everyone that joined us tonight. Leave your print on the like button as you enter. Thank you. That's right. Put your fingerprint all over it. Just be tapping. Just be tapping and getting on. All right. And then meanwhile, like Belinda Hill said, let's see. Hello, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, Gatekeepers, and Mod Squad. Happy hump day. Yes, I hit the like button on the way in. Cool, cool, cool. What's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. Ooh, what's on your mind? Thinking what you thinking. Ooh, what's on your mind? Miss Jen, did you make it to the hair store? Not today, but I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I was right over there today and didn't get a chance to go, but it just had to do with how my day went. But I'll be back over there tomorrow. CC76 says, hey, fam. Hey, CC, how you doing? Why has this story become an Ashley story? I guess something got to be about it. It was about Ashley when it was her and Derek. You know, it was about Ashley when it was about her and Grayson. So I don't know, because her and Derek weren't together, but they got to find some kind of way to exit them out. And to me, y'all didn't think that up enough. And we want our Derek back as Eric, the fine twin brother that didn't nobody know he had. Belinda says, subscribe to the channel, viewers watching. Hit the notification bell so you can see all of the wonderful things Miss Jen is doing over here on this channel. And she reminds you to hit the like button because she is the officer of the doggone like button. So please, please. I mean, Ashley was part of it, but crying and carrying. I know she was carrying on, was she? She did treat him like trash. I mean, he did, like I told y'all, he did have her picking his big tail up off the floor when he wasn't really paralyzed. I mean, you know, he had it. Now he ain't not leaving. But, you know. They wasn't together, but I don't know. I don't know, child. Leslie needs to take several seats. If she takes several seats, she just gonna get up several more times. Jasmine says, hello to you guys. Leslie was ridiculous. But like always, she manipulated Ted into doing what she wanted. Yes, she does. I mean, at this point, Ted, you may as well go on over there and be with her. And then we won't have to be worried about you being in nobody's face no more, okay? Yeah, come on, Ashley left out some intriguing details when speaking with Derek's father. She did, didn't she? She threw him under the bus and put it in reverse. She did, didn't she? Mm-hmm. Maybe Ashley will be an Anne Hathaway. Wait, maybe Ashley will be Anne Hathaway. But for now, Ashley is a blubbering toast over a man she treated like trash. Leslie MP Wildcat did the mess to get a rise out of Shanice by crashing the press conference. Well, she had planned to crash the conference when she saw that thing come in. I don't really think it had to do with Shanice, but her being there only added to the um, splendor of it all. At least the act she could have done was to correct Derek's father, who, she didn't though, did she? She ain't corrected nothing. She should have said, no, 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 it was my boyfriend that I'm currently seeing who was really at the car, and Derek was following him. And then he didn't know that Derek, that Jacob was going to be there like that. You ain't run all that down, girl, did you? And when he find out, I hope he come back there and take that award he gave you back. You don't deserve it. Clown was extra clownish today. Leon should have stuck Leslie with a hat pin showing her fake tail off. Leslie, just shameful. Shanice was way too easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. Y'all do the background. I'm easy like Sunday morning. Yeah. Hey, be on purpose. We hope your girl gonna show up next week. We do. We do. Anyway, with that, y'all, we're gonna unlock these gates and see what had happened was today behind these gates. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All right. Let's get up here. Let me scroll up here. I did pull a few pictures today, even though I was not home and did not watch this until about 6 o'clock today, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Well, we start off with Tyrell finally coming face to face with the parents after disappearing overnight with Jessica after the cotillion. Now, this boy walked in expecting a whole lecture, some punishment, maybe a grounding, somebody reach for a belt, old school style, a shoe, or something like they did back in the day. Because, baby, you was going to get it staying out all night. I don't care what you had going on night before at this age. But no, his daddy decided to go with the new generational method called emotional disappointment. He told him, the fact that you already know we're disappointed is enough. I wish my mama never had said that to me. The fact that you know, that we know that what you did was wrong will be enough. That'll be enough. Okay? All right, then. All right, now. But anyway, the new school. Back in my day, that being disappointed was just an appetizer. The main course was punishment. Now, meanwhile, Samantha come running down the stairs. She got to go take her debutante photos because she's acting like she's been on America's Top Model before all the scandal came out, when it was a big deal. But anyway, she was running around like she was about to be on the cover of Vogue, carrying that crown around in that glass box like it was the crown jewels. Baby, I wasn't mad at her. I wasn't. She was carrying that thing. I'm trying to find the picture I took of that. Hold on. Here it is. She got that box down in a glass container, baby, where can't nobody touch this $34.99 crown. Because ain't no diamonds in there. This is all Swarovski crystal. Now, y'all might have paid $150, $200 for it, but you ain't paid no more than that for it. But, girl, you got this thing down in this glass box like you going to pass it down from generation to generation, and one day somebody going to cash it in and get a meal, $2, $3, $4, $5 million. But, girl, you go ahead. This your award, okay? All right, anyway. Samantha says she got to go because she got to go take her pictures while she carrying that box around of the crown jewels of England. Somebody bump her too hard, she probably gonna call her security over there. Security, because she got her own security detail. Girl, you taking this thing for real? She's like, I got my sash on, I got my jewels in a box. She got a whole security detail. She ready. But before she could leave, her daddy making her sit down for breakfast with the family at first. And she's like, child, I got to go. My public is waiting on me. And then so she was talking about how they told her don't say nothing about the blood plasma ring when she go down for interviews and stuff, because she was like, and I don't really want nobody bringing that up because it was my idea to start that thing and I don't need that no dirt on my name. Girl, you learned it early. That's good. Keep your name clear. Now Leslie over there trying to save the clinic, the clinic's reputation with her last breath. And speaking of Leslie, she was down at the country club calling Officer Malone, trying to find out what was going on with the fallout behind the plasma ring and how bad is it going to be. She sounded less afraid of the police and more afraid of Joy, because she was also like, I don't need Joy trying to push all this over on me because I think he got something to do with it. Let me know what you know, though. I think Joy got something to do with it. Let me know what you know. Because I don't need this blowing back on the clinic. Girl, is the clinic making you any money, or is it just a tax write-off? I'm trying to figure it out. But baby, when a gangster businessman is the person you fear more than the law enforcement, your stress level's already going to be high. Okay? So while she making her little panic call, Ted and Shanice are over at the country club talking too. He over here trying to beg and plead, please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please, baby, please. Over there in the corner, apologizing for all his recent drama involving Leslie, trying to smooth that over. And Shanice admits this, I have been thinking a lot about what my auntie said and the advice that she gave about not running and letting fear rule me. And Derek's death really has made me reflect on life, love, and who I actually want beside me moving forward. She told Ted, you don't automatically get to access me, though, just because you apologize now. So calm down. But eventually she admits that she believes Ted is a good man despite his complicated past. And Ted himself admits, yes, he absolutely has a past. We already know you got a past, Ted. You ain't got to tell us. Lord knows your past always popping up. And speaking of popping up, she popped up. Right while the very words was coming out of y'all mouths, she popped up. But now over at Orphan Jeans, Mona and Jan meeting up for coffee and talking about Derek's death. And Jan sees Ashley as absolute. What, sidebar, y'all didn't talk about Derek this much when Derek was here. But anyway, they was talking about how he had died and they gonna really miss seeing him around there getting coffee and just being around. And Jan said Ashley is absolutely devastated. But Grayson seems like a really good guy and he's been so supportive. They gonna smooth it over. Y'all know they are. I don't even know why we worried about it. If you're new to the channel, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel and consider becoming a member. Thank you. Now and speaking of Grayson, child, when the camera, let me tell y'all something. When that camera first panned over there to Jacob over there down to the police station, I thought that was Derek. And I said to myself, I know y'all better not be having no second Casper the Friendly Ghost about to pop up. I know y'all ain't resurrected this man already. At first I thought it was Derek, but it was Grayson. Now apparently Jacob got Grayson a pretty sweet deal. He won't serve no jail time. His name won't be all in the public. And if he basically just cooperates with the state instead of being treated like a full criminal, he will fare well. But even though he dodged prison, emotionally, he still feels trapped. Oh, I'm so trapped. Like a fool, I'm in a cage. I'm trapped. He said he still feels trapped because Ashley would not speak to him. Because I can't make you love me. Child. He's so dramatic. But we love it. We do. That punishment, he said, is already hurting him. And the legal system gave him grace. But Ashley has given him nothing but silence. Now back over at Ashley's house. Ashley grieving in a bathrobe with her hair looking undone like she a widow of Fairmont Crest. Girl, that is not your husband. That is not your boyfriend. This is not your man currently. Y'all had broke up. You had moved on. He had moved on. But. I also understand that this man has left us. And that he left here protecting her. So the guilt and the grief are real. Thankfully, Lord, Naomi came over. What she come over and do? Made some airplanes out of paper. She said this was what her and her daddy used to do when she was feeling like she needed the distraction. I ain't never had a friend to come over and make no airplanes with me. Maybe we all should try making some airplanes. Let's make some airplanes. The next time y'all upset, make an airplane and just start tossing it around and check back in with the gatekeepers and let us know if it worked for you. I don't know if it'll work for me. Candy seemed to do it for me. And cookies and ice cream. That do it for me. But anyway, she wanted to take her mind off of all these obsessive thoughts that she knows that she's having. And it worked for her, so I'm just sharing it with you. Okay. hmm Now, meanwhile, Grayson is talking to um, Elon and Jacob, thanking them for helping him. Elon said, well, you deserve a break because you did the right thing eventually. And everybody now officially is in damage control mode. Ted has become the spokesperson for the Garland Memorial Hospital, so he gonna be handling that. Elon is gonna be speaking for the Metro Police Department, so he gonna handle that. And Jacob needs to stay far away from the cameras because he's undercover. Didn't you just hear your daddy tell you stay away from the cameras? So naturally, Jacob immediately ends up standing up there by the press conference. Like you ain't heard what your daddy said. Like you done forgot what your assignment was, which was to stay away from the cameras. Did you need to be here? Ain't they gonna show the same thing on the TV that they showing in the room? Why you need to be in the room, Jacob? Your daddy just told you to stay hidden. But then again, what should we expect from the candy lady who been undercover? Candy lady Jacob. Now back at breakfast, Samantha is growing irritated because she got to go. She done told y'all. They waiting to get her picture. Clickety click, 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 click. Okay? And all this other stuff y'all ain't talking about got to go. But she does soften a little bit in the conversation. She's like, I did learn a lot from being a part of this family. But I got to go. Okay, I got to go. Okay, bye, y'all. Then we go back to Ted and Shanice. Because like I said, while he over there trying to get Shanice back, boom. Here come Leslie. Here come Leslie. She right at the part where she was saying, I ain't gonna let fear stop me. And you a good man, Savannah. You's a good man, Savannah. Even though you got a messy past. And then the messy past popped up in the window. Hello. How are y'all doing today? Did somebody say my name? Ted was like, I'm sorry that this woman keep on popping up. I'm sorry. And while he said she keep popping up, that's when she actually popped up. While the words were still coming out of his mouth. Talking about hi, Teddy Bear. Beyond the Gates know what they was doing with the timing. Child, y'all just be timing this stuff out. But the Ted immediately says, does this have anything to do with Eva? Because she said, I need to talk to you. And she said, no. He said, well, then you're going to catch me later. He shuts her down because he know he had to. And tells her they'll talk later then because he's in the middle of a conversation with his baby Shanice. I ain't got time for you right now. Now that was growth. Tiny growth, but it was growth. It was a little bit of growth, but it was growth. It was itsy bitsy. It was itsy bitsy spider growth. But it was a little bit of growth. It was. Leslie says she'll take that under advisement, and then she goes on over there and sat down somewhere. And I guess because I saw KB saying that she heard Ted telling her something about a press conference. But I saw she looked on her phone, because that's the part I saw, when she looked on her phone and she got that, was looking at the thing about, press conference. And I said to myself, I know she about to get to that. I know you about to get to the press conference about the blood plasma ringer. I know you going. Shanice had told Ted over there in the corner, she was like, listen, you setting them boundaries with Leslie and put me in the mood to bake a cake. This is what I'll do to get you in the mood. And she was like, I want to go bake cakes all day. He was like, I can't today, but what you doing this weekend? He said, okay, well then weekend. They walk out holding hands right past Leslie, but Leslie was too busy planning her next plot move. So she didn't really pay that no attention. But I knew, girl, when you showed up, you was about to embarrass everybody. I know that. Now back at the diner, Jan is still trying to figure out why somebody wants to suddenly reject sweets. Usually when people start rejecting stuff, people think you about to have a baby. But I know Mona wasn't about to have no baby, not Mona. Not Sister Mona. But she got type 2 diabetes. Hard stop and sidebar. Listen, I understand the message. I understand health awareness. I understand not ignoring symptoms, but beyond the gates, please. We do not tune in here for an extended A1C discussion every afternoon. That's not why we coming in here. We came here for backstabbing affairs, secret babies, people barging into press conferences uninvited. Secrets being exposed, babies that ain't supposed to be belonging to people. We is not checking in here for no. We don't want to think about this stuff. It's a lot of us got all this stuff, sugar and stuff. It's a lot of us got this stuff. Don't nobody want to talk about that stuff and be reminded we got this stuff. We checking in here not to think about the stuff we got going on. I don't want to think about my high blood pressure. I don't want to think about that. We don't need no constant reminders about this stuff. So can y'all please stop with all this? Y'all just like I told y'all just like a 1975 TV show for the black people back then. 2.7 billion black people have it. We're not here for that. I started side-eyeing them though. You know why? Because I said, if y'all name off a particular A1C medicine and bill that in like a commercial, like it's some Febreze or it's some Tide, I'm gonna have a problem with y'all unless y'all really getting paid. And are the actors getting extra when they in here doing these built-in commercials? Because if they not, they should. And one more thing while we over here talking. I know we've been talking about Mona's clothes, and today y'all put her in this ill-fitted dress that was not supposed. It was like a pregnancy dress with a belt on it. No form to it, no rhyme, no reason. The tail of the skirt just flipping and a flopping, just like that woman's skirt was in Waiting to Exhale when she was walking off. He's looking. Oh, yes, he's looking. Why do y'all have to do the big girls like this? We got to do better with these plus size fashions. Mona deserves better. Now y'all know this was a dress her mama would have had on. This a dress her mama would have had on. But I digress. I just need y'all to do better. We don't want to hear about all these illnesses and things, and put some better clothes on this lady. Thank you very much. Because this is like something worn to a banquet back in 1987. Did y'all get this from the used though? I'm just asking. Hey, D's. Okay, anyway, I'm going to calm down. Now, let me get on back to this. Now, Ashley answers the door. Hold on, where is that picture at? Ashley had a knock on the door after Naomi had left. And child, it was Brian. I was like, who is Brian? You know, the funny thing is, Brian do look like he could really be Derek's daddy. You could tell Brian was fine when he was young. But that looked like he would give me his daddy. But she opened the door. She was like, oh, Brian. And she just started lying. No, something lying. I'm sorry. Started crying. He said, I can't believe that my son died trying to protect a trained professional. That's what he said when he got up in there and sat down with her. I was like, ooh. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Who had told him that part, Ashley? Ashley, you the one that told him that part. Because I'm sorry, you didn't tell it all right. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Did I skip over pictures of him? No, here, we're going to get this one. Okay, we're going to get this one. He said, I cannot believe that my son died trying to protect a trained professional who should have been in charge. And I immediately said, ooh, that sounds like a lawsuit, child. And then Ashley, with her big mouth self, going to say, because I could see she called it too. So she thought she was fixing it. She said, but that maybe it will help you if you realize that it was Jacob that he was protecting. It wasn't just some random police officer. He was like, that makes it even worse. And therefore, I blame him for putting his best friend in a situation where he lost his life. And he failed him professionally. I was like, ooh, girl, lawsuit. He said he was taking Derek home for the funeral. But before he leaves, he wanted to give her Derek's Medal of Honor. Shouldn't you be giving Okay, well, you want to give it to, okay, all right then. She said she didn't want to take it, but because technically, that wasn't a man no more. Would y'all take it? Because I wouldn't. I'd be like, listen, yeah, this is something y'all need to keep in y'all family. Because I'm going to be moving on, having babies and a husband and all that stuff. And he ain't going to want me keeping this thing. So you better keep this in your family. Give it to a nephew, a niece, a cousin, a grandmama, somebody, not me. Don't give me that. He said, but I know he mattered to you. And he pulled out another box. And she was like, oh, God, no, I can't take that because I thought it was the ring too. But I was like, girl, wait a minute now. That's diamonds. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. Okay? Take the diamonds, leave the cannoli. I'm just saying, girl. But anyway, it was something that was given to him for rescuing Punel, the cat. Y'all remember Punel the cat? Punel the cat. The cat that he was rescuing, and he almost lost his life and had ended up in the hospital on a respirator. His firefighter friends had gave him an award for saving him. So she was laughing about that. It was a cute little moment, okay? But then she cries again when she realizes that Derek was really a great man. He just wasn't the right man for her. He just wasn't the man. He wasn't man enough for me. Okay. Now, meanwhile, Martin and Tyrell continue to have their father and son talk. I almost couldn't sit through this. And I'm going to tell y'all why. I don't be liking to hear parents talk like this. I don't want to hear all that. That's too much for me. My virgin eyes is. I don't need to hear all that. But anyway, Tyrell said that he realized, he told his daddy, he said, can we talk? Can we talk? He said, Daddy, let me tell you something. He said, what? He said, see, what happened was, me and her had baked the cake after the cotillion. He said, I already know. He was like, okay, well, listen, we had baked the cake after the cotillion. You already know she done baked cakes before this was my first cake, right? And his daddy said, did you have sense enough to put some glove on your love? He was like, what? Well, yeah, I did. He's like, okay. So Tyrell said, but the experience wasn't what I expected because Jessica basically took over the whole operation and left him emotionally confused, sitting on the side of the bed, rocking, sucking his thumb. He didn't even know what was going on. That girl manhandled it, boy. She did. Martin gave him solid advice, telling him first times are rarely match the fantasy. The reality of the version that people put in their heads are rarely, the same as what it actually is. Then Martin opens up about his own life, explaining how difficult it was for him to discover who he really was. Because he used to date girls and stuff. Well, one in particular. And then he finally realized that wasn't who he was. And then he met Smitty, and then, life went on. Now, I thought it was a very mature conversation, but child, I ain't grow up in the house with all these kind of conversations. Okay, well, I guess it's necessary. You got cheering. But over at the country club, Samantha and the little girl is over there talking. And she was talking to her, and she was like, I'm sorry I wasn't here when you got crowned, but congratulations, girl. She was like, but I had tipped off. She said, girl, I already know what y'all already know. I already know. She was like, oh, okay, well, how you know? Did he tell? She said, no, he came home with a big old grin on his face. Shy. We know, I know what had happened. So Samantha was like, I'm sorry. Jessica was like, but the thing is, I'm really worried about your brother and I because your brother seems to be having a hard time with us, with the fact that I'm going to school and that we're not going to be together. And she was like, so what you going to do? You going to break up with my brother, which was about to happen? I'm like, right. We knows it. We want to know too. Hey, D's 4G22S. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Okay, so listen. Now let's talk about this press conference. Elon stood his big old fine self up there. Jacob O'Fine Daddy. At the podium, and I genuinely forgot what he was talking about. I genuinely forgot what he was talking about for the first 50 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. I ain't know what he was talking about. He was looking, I was going to say presidential, but I don't want to say that. He was looking very regal. And Ted was in this dark teal suit back here. Ted was looking good too. Okay, Ted, side by Ted and whoever been doing his suits and things lately with the Burberry shirts and carrying on. Is that going to be his signature piece? Very nice choice. The coloring is off on my pictures, but very nice choice. But anyway, Shanice was sitting over there like, that's my man, my man, my man. She was just proud of him standing in the background, just looking child. She was. She said, ooh, look at Ted. Ted about to say something. But Leslie was also lurking in the background, so whatever. Now, after Elon gets through giving his speech, testing, 1, 2, Leslie just walks up on the man, is like, excuse me, I have a little something I want to say too. And introduces herself. Hi, I'm the person who owns the clinic, and I just wanted to say these things about Derek. And she gave the performance of her life. Last night, I gave the greatest performance of my life. She gave the greatest performance of her life. She did. Fake dramatic grieving. It was the best ever seen in daytime history. Tears softly falling down her face. And Lord knows she has the bone structure at the jawline for this, because her tears were just staining her cheeks just enough as she raised her hand and waved farewell to Derek in the sky. Baby, she delivered an Emmy-worthy performance. Daytime Emmy, get ready. Then she dramatically falls into Ted's arms, talking about, oh, Ted, oh, Teddy. Shanice was standing there looking like she was ready to just faint from irritation. But the second the camera's cut off, right? Or she was out of camera frame, she goes to the side, all her tears and instantly dried up, and she tells Ted, I had to do damage control. Fake, phony, messy. And somehow we still love it. Even though she get on our nerves with the over the topness, but y'all know y'all be loving this mess from this food. Now, anyway, Naomi worried about Jacob's mental health, so she was over there talking to her father-in-law about that. She was like, "Listen, I'm worried about Jacob, because Jacob is a little distracted. But girl, we don't really care about that right now. Y'all done had up enough of our time with this whole plasma ring and Malik and all of that, and we don't want to talk about it no more. Okay, I'm sorry." Now back at the station though, Derek daddy done showed up down there to the station, and he was like, oh my God, how you doing? And Derek's father said, I refuse to shake the hand of the man responsible for my son's death. I was like, what? You gonna do him like that? But later, Brian explains the coroner won't release his son. He was like, they won't release my son's body, and all I want to do is take him home. And Jacob said, well, the problem is that things are still being investigated, and they're not through with things with him yet. Underneath all the anger, there was just a grieving father wanting to take his son home. But Jacob promised he's going to try to expedite things. But Brian keeps on blaming him. And yes, I still feel a lawsuit coming on. Tyrell and Jessica, she tells him that she thinks that they should spend as much time as they should. Now, this is right after she done took her lips off the boy. I feel like we should spend as much time as we should together before I go to school. And then I think that we should just be friends. Tyrell was like, was my cake baking that terrible? She was like, oh, no, it wasn't that. Your cake baking was just fine. You baked the cake good. You did. It's just that I'm trying to avoid hurting you long term. I don't know. Now, this look that Tyrell had on his face made me wonder if he gonna go a little cray-cray. Because I don't know. Y'all also know that Leslie done offered Grayson a job down there to the clinic, because he got a phone call while talking to her. And they was asking him where that money at for your mama. Because, baby, tell you something. When people be in the rehab centers and them nursing homes, the money that they charge for them people is just horrific. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars a week. A week. Not a month. A week. And Grayson said since all this happened, they done shut down the lab. So you know what's sad about? So can't nobody get their blood drawn in the whole hospital right now? Is that what you're saying? Because I thought you was a phlebotomist, sir. They ain't closed down the whole section where people can't get no blood work done. Now, whoever wrote that in the script, now y'all need to take that out because you can't just not have no blood being drawn. Now, come on now. Anyway, because that'd be some more lawsuits. Y'all wasn't ready to take no blood samples for different things. You know you need blood samples for stuff. Now, Leslie ends up telling him that she gonna give him a job though. And look like he gonna have to take it, which I told y'all that was coming. He gonna be working down there at that doggone clinic. Jan is just praising him because she really likes Grayson. Just don't give up on my daughter and don't leave her by herself no more. Shanice went by there to visit Ashley to check on her. She was like, girl, let me tell you one thing about it though. Don't be letting the fact that Derek is gone and that he was a good guy at what he did for a living and people liked him make you be sitting up here feeling guilty and you can't hardly concentrate because you over here thinking like you gave up the best thing. That he wasn't the best thing for you. He wasn't the best thing for you. So calm down. Smitty stopped by Ted. This wasn't really about nothing. I don't really care. I really don't. But more importantly, y'all, the thing that I'm gonna leave y'all out is two things. I know it's a lawsuit coming behind what done happened with Derek. So we still the name of Derek should still be spoken. And as long as y'all speaking Derek's name, y'all need to be running being a check. Can't keep riding on his name like that. And the other thing is Jessica. Tyrell ain't said nothing to you about wanting to be free. No, he did not. Did he bust up in there and tell you, I want to be free? He ain't said nothing about being free. But here you is off in freedom. You just dirty. Because, girl, you know you want to just go up there to that UCLA and do what you want to do without any kind of gear. Girl, we see you. Let's get to the comments. Okay. The least Ashley could have done was correct Derek's father on who caused Derek's unaliving, as she knows it was not Jacob. Right. Hey, to my sisters, KB says, clown was extra clownish today. Leon should have stuck Leslie with a hat pin. I think I might have read this before, but we'll get on up here. That was a great pun. Shanice was way too easy. Oh yeah, that was a great one. All right, so I read some of this. Let me go a little bit further down. I wanted Derek to stick around and have a fling with Jan since she, girl, you know she a little too long in the tooth for Derek. Girl, come on now. Leslie don't care one bit about the clinic. She ain't one of them young mamas. Like, you know, I'm not saying she look old, but I'm saying she ain't got that reserve look that she would need to pull that off. Now, Leslie don't care one bit about the clinic. She only cares about her reputation, which is you mean her clinic's reputation, because her reputation is shot. Her reputation is over, which is fake as a press-on nail, okay? I like Mona's hair. It's back to normal. Yeah, it was cute. Scarlet Speedster, you better say it. I liked Mona's hair, and that blue color looked good on her. The blue color was good. The dress was not. Ashley is not what to me. Ashley is not worth the bandwidth. Oh. Now, sis, he could have chosen to walk off live cameras or not. He's a simp. Okay, you know what? Because I know my man better had not. Baby, you'd have did better to push on the floor. We could explain that better. He could have chosen to walk. Oh, I got that already. Belinda, yes, Mona looked good today. She looked good sitting in the chair. When she got up is where I had the problem. I ain't like that dress the way it was fitting. I ain't like that thing. Looked like a hospital gown with some pleats and a belt around it. Ted couldn't walk away. Leslie had his arms around him like an octopus. I wonder if we'll ever get to meet Rashad again. I hope not. Trisha is so talented. Maybe Naomi will play role with wannabe not gangster at all Rashad. Rashad, you so silly. Not Rashad. Preach, Miss Jen, we want escapism, not right. We don't want no PSAs. DZ4G2S says, good evening, everyone, and good evening to you too. And I know you're a first time commenter, so welcome to the gated. Welcome, you are now a gatekeeper.
Hey, hey.
Gatekeepers! A decree from the Queen!
Enough. Be seated.
So welcome DZ4. Thank you. DZ4. Yeah, thank you so much for commenting and for joining us this evening. Don't make it your last time coming over here and join us some more. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. The Leslie character deserves better. Why are the writers having such a hard time creating interesting stories for most of these characters? I don't know. But we need to have a meeting in the ladies' room. Mona bought that dress from Lane Bryant. You know what? Be on purpose. See, I'm right. I'm with you when you're right. That dress is given Lane Bryant 1990 circa. It is 1990, late 87, early 90 circa. It is. Mona's dress was way better than the box of Crayola. Okay, it was better. I'm with Jasmine. Great color, bad dress. Bad dress. Ashley Derrick were broken up. She was sleeping with a criminal selling things from the hospital. Why is she acting like she is a widow? She is. Linda Bynes, yes, I agree about Mona's dress was better than that Crayola color. It was better. Must be something about being blubbering vanilla. Wait, being blubbering vanilla. That's just getting all kinds of. But I don't know. I mean, right now, like I always tell you, it's got to be about the different characters. It's got to be. Thank you guys for tuning in, for watching today. Please hit the like button for me. I appreciate you, and subscribe to the channel. Let's see. KB welcomes you in. D's. Jessica is a man eater. She gonna be. She already cutting her teeth that way. Stepped away to let Dolce out, but I'm back now. Hey, Dolce. Hey, Dolce. Okay, welcome. Greetings to everyone that joined. I miss speaking to. It's ridiculous that the police just moved from the podium and let her take over. Child, Elon, big old self should have blocked her. Raven says, hello, fellow gatekeepers. Miss Jen and my squad. I'm late. I still made it to the gate, though. Elias says, hey, Miss Jen, Mods in chat. Hey. C76 says, Leslie just showed out and didn't even like Derek. Couldn't stand him. The clown was extra clownery. Linda said, look at Elon and Ted's face. Hey, y'all, get them likes up. Get them up. Belinda says, hit the like button, gatekeepers and viewers watching in the bushes. And that's Miss Belinda Hill, our officer of the like button. So she know that y'all got to get them up, get them up. All right. I know we do this every day, but after we watch the episode, I like to see where it's going tomorrow. So hold on, let me see again. I know we just read it yesterday, but I don't be memorizing this stuff. Linda, I got to tell you that Tino went to Bible class and said today. I can't wait to watch that video. All right, let me see you guys. Let me see what happened. Tino is a bad dog to be. Now he's not bad, but he is very active on Instagram. Oh, it was more comments down here. I didn't know that. Okay, hold on. Tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. Okay, let's see. Why you not moving? Okay, that's all right, girl. Let me finish reading comments. Leslie is like a ham and cheese sandwich without the cheese. By that phony act of sorrow, she was just a big ham. Leslie was not, I'm sorry, Tyrell was not feeling what Jessica was saying. Poor Tyrell feeling used by Jessica. He was. Hello, everyone. Hey, Lillian Foy. She says she hit the like button. Thank you so much for doing that regarding all on Grayson. Alexa, play Misty for Tyrell. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And it feels like I'm clinging to a cloud. Yeah. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Yeah, it's too bad for that baby. Baby, 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 baby. Poor thing. All right, let's see. That little heifer Jessica. Belinda says, thanks for hitting the like button, Lillian Foy. Poor Tyrell got his first piece of heartache, amongst other things. Tyrell, we want you to remember the good times about it, okay? Remember when?
So much fun baking cakes. So much fun baking cakes. Whee!
First you make up, then you break up. That's a game for fools. Don't worry about it. More love will come your way. I actually think Jessica is right that they should enjoy themselves this summer and break up before going away to college. I do not think that young people should have long distance relationships. Yes, Ashley should have corrected Derek's dad. Lightning Storm says, good evening. Hey, Lightning Storm. Elaine T, I was thinking the same thing about Jessica and Tyrell. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. What you doing? But then again, these kids live on listen, even when they in town with each other, they don't really want to see each other. They just want to talk on FaceTime. It's different, child. I don't know, but I can see your point too. Hello, Miss Jen, the moderators and mods and everyone. Hey, Peggy, she says running. All right. Welcome to these ZG2S. Mona's dress was cuter than the outfit. It was cuter. Mm-hmm. Great recap today. Thank you so much. It takes a fool to learn. Yeah, it takes a fool. Oh, yeah, that's right. To learn that love don't love nobody. It takes a fool. This is for you. To learn. Sorry, Tyrell. That love don't love nobody. Baby, you got to learn the hard way. These are the braids. Okay. Linda says, greetings to Lightning Storm and hello to Peggy. Raven Maniac says, Miss Jen, I'm glad I made it just to hear that lovely voice. Ooh, I'm glad you think it's lovely because I ain't singing so long and ain't done no vocal. I got to start back singing. I'm telling y'all because I'm going to do it. All right, y'all. Well, those are all the comments that happened. Let me see if I can find what's going to go on today. Let me ask the thing and watch it start. I want to talk. Can I have the spoilers for Beyond the Gates for this week, please? This week on Beyond the Gates. Okay, I ask you all that. You always want to get in and start talking, chat. We have to argue about it every single time. I want to pull it up. You be talking while I'm talking. You ain't gonna over talk me while I'm trying to talk. You is not gonna be talking. Okay, I'm gonna win every time. This thing just think it's just gonna come here and run things. I ask you to pull up one thing every time they want to get to talking and over talking me. So tomorrow, I think they having Derek's funeral tomorrow. It's now time for him to be remembered that way, Bill. So Derek died a hero, it said, and now it's time for him to be remembered that way. Bill seems to have a bit of a revisionist history unfolding in his head, and Danny's about to make sure he gets things right. Maybe about what happened, about how they broke up or whatever, but whatever. Okay, now Ted throws his support behind Nicole only to have it majorly backfire. Is Madison nuts to think that she and her family might find a way to reconcile despite the lawsuit? We don't care. Now, maybe let me tell you something. I'll be looking forward to seeing the fight that Nicole and Ted have because we don't never know how that's going to end. You know, sometimes people have all that tension and fighting and then the next thing you know. So we'll see. And then the other thing will be the little whatever happens with Danny and Bill. I will find that interesting. Bill will have camera time. I will be here for it. Okay? All right? All right, now, don't forget that on Friday, we want to talk about how you all feel these storylines can be tied up. So, how do you feel? How do you see the storylines being tied up? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the storylines, and then we want to hear your version of how to tie them up or where it needs to go next. Since they won't give us what we want, we'll just give it to ourselves. Okay. I ain't scared for us to do it. We could do it. Hey, Miss Jen, thank you as always. Give the best recap. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And thanks to all who tuned in tonight. What Linda said, okay? All right, you guys. Well, with that, we're going to get ready to get out of here. That was our episode for today, episode 295. And baby, this episode gave us everything we needed: grief, drama, emotional damage, suspension, relationship confusion, fake tears, enough mess to hold us over till tomorrow. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay. Now, y'all let me know what y'all thought. For those who are listening in the replay gang, let us know what you think. Do you think Jessica making the right decision with Tyrell? Do you think Derek Daddy about to sue somebody? And on a scale of 1 to 10, how dramatic was Leslie at the press conference? Is she gonna get a daytime Emmy award? She should, and she should get a Grammy, Emmy. She should get an EGOT. She was so good. So please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And wait a minute, hold on. I'll be so busy doing stuff now. I also want to take a minute to thank the gang.
Katie Mommy, Bilo Dee, Destiny H, Cousin Linda, Elaine T, Belinda Hill, and the Raven Maniac. Thank you!
Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And to share. Send it to somebody you don't like and tell them to come on over here and listen. They ain't got to be talking and carrying on. Just, and when you see them say something, just ignore them. Let them come on over here. All right, listen, I thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys so much, moderators. I appreciate you so much for every single thing that you do. And to the replay gang, I appreciate you guys. To everybody, just thank you. And as I always tell you, I do hope that you're having a great day. And if not, remember that there is still some time left. Why not see what you can do to turn it into one anyway? And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. All right, now, bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.